It doesn't look appetizing at all. It literally looks like what you might find in a child's diaper. And it's also not diabetic friendly, so let's get into this.
For food. Today I am making cottage pie, a classic dish made from minced beef with carrots and onion in a rich, savory gravy and topped with whipped mashed potatoes and baked.
The cottage pie or shepherd's pie, I don't make that because my kids don't like it, but the ones that I have seen on various food channels, usually the whipped or mashed potatoes stay intact on top, so it's like, you know, aesthetically pleasing, as Amberlynn would say. This looks like literal slop. And excuse my voice, I still have the cold. And thank you for all the well wishes. I really appreciate that. I love the positive energy.
Perfection. Yalla. All right, to start off, I'm just going to put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in a pot.
That wasn't a couple of that wasn't a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And you're supposed to saute the vegetables first, Chantal. What are you doing? Clearly, once again, you prove that you do not know how to cook.
And then I'm going to add 1 pound of minced beef. This is supposed to be lean minced beef with 1 large carrot.
Supposed to be lean.
And 1 medium onion. And I'm just going to cook this down on medium heat until everything...
And all the veggies are, because she clearly doesn't know how to chop, I guess she got that from Natter, all the vegetables are cut unevenly, so they will cook unevenly.
It's nice and brown, and the veggies cook down with the fat of the beef as well. A little bit like this, and I'm going to add some black pepper. I'm not going to add too much salt. I end up adding a little pinch of salt, but the bouillon will be salty.
So that's salt. So bouillon, salt, and then she adds salt, and then the tomato paste also has salt. So way to go to support the edema arc.
Tablespoons or so of some tomato paste, and just let that cook down for a little bit until it evaporates. The juices.
Excuse me, did you add taco seasoning to that? Because that's the color. It looks like you added some El Paso taco seasoning. Ew.
Evaporate a bit, but you want to add some flour, maybe 2 tablespoons, to the rest of the juices so that it makes like a thick gravy. I also forgot to add that I added a few dashes of Worcester sauce and about 1.5 cups of water and 2 beef bouillon cubes.
Salt.
All right, here we go. It's been in the oven for 30 minutes.
Wait a minute. She baked it in the pot? So basically, you steamed the shepherd's pie, because if you bake in a pot like this, you're not actually baking. What you're doing is you're steaming the food. So that explains why when she put it on whatever she put it on, her platter, I don't know if she's serving it on, she steamed it, so that's why it looks like slop and fell apart. Way to go, Chantal. Doesn't use the right items to bake in. Well done.
On 375 and then on the broiler on high for about 5 minutes. And here is the end result.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yum. Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to another video. Feels like
And it looks like it looks like she literally stole the hospital tray from the hospital, or either that's like a toddler tray for a giant toddler. I hate that tray. Why do you use this, Chantal? I'd rather you use that Thanksgiving Day platter versus this institutional tray.
It's been a while since I've had dinner with you guys, and tonight I cooked, and I'm super excited to share with you what I made. So I have some diet cola.
Oh, diabetic friendly.
Some air fried Brussels sprouts, and some cottage pie.
She's so excited.
Homemade. Now this is a bit of a different recipe. I usually make pâté chinois.
You know what literally, I have these type of plates for my grandson. He's 2, and they're good because he likes to dip it, like when we put ketchup or ranch for his nuggets or whatever, and that's literally what this tray is. It's like a toddler tray for dip. You are so bizarre, Chantal.
Which I have made on my channel. Sorry for the squeaky table, by the way, in advance. And that has corn and like cream corn in it, and ground beef and potatoes. Now this
Why did
has
she
a gravy
smell her
base, as
hand?
you saw in my
Ew.
intro here.
Oh
So
no, that's
yes,
disgusting.
this is just, you can
What?
add whatever veggies you want to it. And I did put cheese in the potatoes, so yeah, a little bit of Gouda.
Wait, you put cheese in those potatoes, and those potatoes look like that? Wow. I mean, like I don't even potatoes. Mashed potatoes is probably like one of the easiest things that you can make in the kitchen. I don't know how Chantal actually screwed that up here.
Some olives and some of these sour pickles. They're so sour. Watch. Beauty bite. Bismillah.
Oh, so good for the edema. Salt.
They're so good. So let's eat dinner together and chat. Let's try a Brussels sprout. Now, the key to these Brussels sprouts is adding a bit of Worcestershire sauce.
No. I disagree, and I also disagree with like their whole like those look frozen actually. Those don't. You know those swan? I think are they Swanson where you get them in the freezer section, where they come like in cheese sauce or whatever. That's what those look like. Those don't look good at all. When I cook Brussels sprouts here, I usually chop them in half, drizzle a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, bake them like at 425 for a little bit, and then on the stove I usually dice up a shallot or onion with some bacon. You can use pancetta if you'd like. I use bacon. Cook that up, take that out of the pan, get the Brussels sprouts, add that in, cook them at a high heat so they kind of get that sear on it. Once they get kind of seared in like the dark color, throw the bacon and the shallot back in, cook those a little bit, and then I deglaze the pan with some balsamic vinegar. And then, for a final touch, you add some walnuts as a garnish. Very good. Try it that way.
Just a bit. Also, potato, you know what you have to eat with ketchup. This,
No.
no ketchup.
Like a toddler. Everything with ketchup.
Still hot. I hope it tastes good.
No shit, Sherlock. We see the steam.
I can taste the tomato influence.
The tomato influence. Wow.
I've been just craving like a home-cooked meal that I used to eat growing up.
You know, if her mother was a teenage mom, 16 years old, do you honestly think that she was cooking all these home cooked meals? I don't. I actually don't think so. I think she was running the streets, not cooking homemade meals.
These lemons are lemony. I mean, these
Lemons?
olives are lemony.
Diabetes brain.
They had a preserved lemon in them. I don't know. They're good though.
Jeez.
Not too salty, and the beef broth really complements the beef flavor.
Did she say the beef broth complements the beef flavor? What? What, Chantal? What? Like, I am confusion.
So, I've been recovering from
Recovering?
just many illnesses.
Wait, recovering? You, excuse me, ma'am. You were like far beyond the recovery stage. You are like in full blown shutdown mode. Excuse me. You need to be corrected on that.
Major kidney infection, and my
Major
sciatic has
kidney
been
infection.
acting up,
Okay,
flaring up.
her sciatica. Okay, major kidney infection and her sciatica has been acting up. Now, I don't know if Chantal knows this, but sometimes when you have kidney issues, you have lower back pain. Yeah, so I don't know if that's sciatica, Chantal. Could be your kidneys screaming.
My right leg. But And it is painful even just sitting here. And then
It could be bad circulation. There could be some deterioration. I can't speak today again. In your arteries, veins, whatever, Chantal, due to the uncontrolled diabetes, which can be causing bad blood flow to your extremities, including your foot. And that's why people keep saying sugar foot. You know what? You should post a picture of your feet, Chantal. We'd like to see what color they are. I'm curious. I'm guessing they probably have a pink or purple tinge to them. Am I right? Due to bad circulation.
Cleaned out my fridge. It had to be done. Like, I took out every shelf, cleaned everything.
How dirty can your fridge get with two people?
I vowed not to. This is why I'm cooking. I'm like, I'm not throwing away any more food. I'm not, gonna waste any more food. I have to eat what we have.
Yeah, sure, Jan. I know I have to clean out my fridge, because I have kids in the house, in and out of the house, whatnot, people in and out of the kitchen all hours of the day. So I usually go through my fridge like the day before I go shopping, and I throw everything out. That's like takeout containers for my daughter, or just leftover stuff. Wipe it down a little bit. It gets filthy because there's people that are living in my home. Now, Chantal, how filthy can your refrigerator be with just you and him, and considering that a majority of your meals are takeout? Like, explain that. That doesn't make sense to me.
Every veggie, every fruit. So,
Do you like torturing yourself with piping hot food, Chantal?
and I loved, even though I was in pain, I loved cooking. Like, it feels like an accomplishment. I don't know.
Accomplishment? Oh my god. So, this housewife, this fabulous domestic goddess, thinks that cooking, it makes her feel good because it's an accomplishment. Wow. Imagine that. I mean, I guess in her eyes it is, because she does nothing all day, so I guess that would be an accomplishment for her.
So I was craving this. And also, when I'm sick or something like that.
What do you mean when? I thought you are.
80s horror movies.
That's funny that she says that, actually, because I was like going insane yesterday, because I was like, I forced myself to lay in bed. Excuse me. Because as all of you know that are moms, the stuff that we do around the house to have the house function and whatnot, I decided to stay in bed because I know if I just keep going and going and going, I'm gonna make myself sicker. So I decided, let me lay in bed. So I'm like thinking of what to watch, and I was actually scrolling through 80s movies yesterday. What did I watch? I watched Gung Ho, that Ron Howard film, yesterday. And then I started to watch The Stand by Stephen King. I didn't finish that one. So yeah, I agree with Chantal. When you're sick, I go to the 80s movies. But not horror all the time. Some horror flicks, not all of them. Oh, you know what I saw? You know what movie they're remaking? I don't know if it's going to be on Apple TV. I don't know if any of you remember the 80s movie Time Bandits. That was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. Apparently they're doing a remake of that one.
I just watched Black Christmas with Olivia Hussey.
I've never seen that movie.
Excellent classic.
I'm gonna have to look up that one.
Oh, is that from the 70s?
I love 70s stuff too.
Oh. Right now I'm rewatching Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I've never watched that as well. I don't like that type of movie. Like, a horror movie that I like is That one movie, It's Alive, about that killer infant baby. That one's kind of funny. Or Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That one's kind of funny. Stuff like that. But Killer Clowns, I don't know. I just doesn't interest me.
I love 80s culture. If I had to pick a decade, now,
Really?
I mean, I
You
am a bit
couldn't
biased because
tell.
I was born in 1984, but it's also, I guess, my mom. You know, she was like,
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna zoom in. Let's zoom in. That looks like a happy. That looks like a happy individual. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, this photo, Chantal, kind of explains a lot. Your mom looks so happy in this photo. What a pleasant individual. What? Oh man.
in her late teens in the 80s. So she dressed the part, and she always had on 80s music like Belinda Carlisle,
Belinda Carlisle.
hair metal, like
Hair metal.
Styx and Scorpions.
Wait. Excuse me, ma'am. I don't think Styx is hair metal. What? You don't even know music. Get out of here. I was like in junior high and high school in the 80s. That's not hair metal. Def Leppard, I like Def Leppard. What else did I like? I like Journey back then. I like Duran Duran. I like The Cure, Motley Crue, things like that. Back in the day. I mean, I like, you know what? I actually like all kinds of music. From opera to rap to country, I listen to it all. I do not discriminate. I think that's why I'm so fond of
And she had a
music.
lot of
And I like to create
80s movies,
music because of that.
like Adventures in Babysitting. Remember that movie?
Really?
But
You pick,
my best
why
friend,
do you pick like the lamest movies from the 1980s? Yeah, it was okay. It was a good movie, but
who was my neighbor, she was just allowed to get away with more. Like, her parents didn't really
well, feral children.
supervise. That's why I liked going there. They would let us stay up
Because you're a
late listening to
feral
her music.
child.
And she had a TV in her room and a VHS player.
She's like, you know what Chantal reminds me of? There was a term that was coined in the 80s, and I was one of them because my parents worked at the time. They were in the aerospace industry, as you guys know, if you've read my community post. So they would leave to go to work early in the morning and wouldn't come home till like later in the evening. So there was a term for kids like me that would leave the house alone and come home alone. They were called latchkey kids. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. That's what this sounds like. That the parents were off working and they were just basically supervising themselves. But I wasn't wild like Chantal, so yeah.
I'm that old. And I hit the jackpot with sleepovers there because she was allowed to watch horror movies. Me, if I wanted to rent a horror movie, I would go to a video rental place and they would call my mom
That's
for
so
permission.
weird. That
It
is
actually said that on the rental account.
what? I mean, was there an issue with you, Chantal? Because I have never heard of that, and I used to rent movies here back in the 80s. I mean, of course, there was Blockbuster, but there was a place called The Warehouse. I don't know if that was national. I don't remember. And then, like, the small mom and pop video rental places. But I don't remember needing parental permission to rent our movies. That sounds like there was an issue with you maybe renting PORN or something like that, and your mom or someone tried to put the kibosh on it. That's what that sounds like.
Call for permission, and it was always no.
I don't know what the rules are were back then in
I remember
Canada.
calling my mom once.
So
Yeah,
weird.
Mrs. Settle. Yeah, your daughter's here trying to rent Slumber Party Massacre. Yeah.
And then not only that, I don't know, the way I was raised, I think I got to sleep over somebody's house maybe one time, and then I really wasn't allowed to have any friends over. I think I had like one friend over the entire time as a child. Um, like I said, because my parents nuts. But yeah, so I had a weird upbringing. So me being able to run and be feral like Chantal probably wouldn't have been a possibility for me. For her, I guess her mother just didn't give a shit. I mean, it kind of shows now that obviously her mother didn't give a shit.
I always loved horror movies, always. So, I don't really taste the cheese in the potatoes.
Because your taste buds are probably blown.
And tomato sauce, the gravy.
That looks horrifying. I would not eat that.
Excellent dinner. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just
what? Nothing.
Reminiscing back in the 80s.
So what? You sit there in your office apartment building, hotboxing yourself, reminiscing about the 80s. I mean, damn, that's sad, Chantal.
And as for food,
like, I don't even know what to say about that. It's just like, weird. It's bizarre.
What I'm starting with is making food at home.
So many jump cuts.
And no like sweets, desserts, stuff like that.
Didn't we say this a month ago? And here we are again.
If I really want something sweet, I have some fruits. And yeah, I'm just gonna be cooking like real food from home, nothing packaged.
Sure, Jan.
No sugary drinks.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're sitting there with Coke. I don't care if it's Diet Coke, Zero Coke, whatever Coke. That's a sugary drink. It's not good for you. So you're literally lying where our eyes can see that you're actually lying. Get out. Delusion is real. I mean, did she just realize that? Jeez. She's like thinking of something to say. She's so awkward as she drinks the sugary drink.
Not too much salt, but I know that olives and pickles have a lot of salt. I love pickles and olives. It's a hard one to give up. But no more salty snacks like sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are the least of your problems as far as salty snacks go, Chantal. Are you kidding? That's probably a healthier option for you.
I used to eat a kilo
You're
of
insane.
In like 4 days.
Unless you're one of those ones, because my cousin used to do this, one of those ones that just like literally sucks the flavoring off the sunflower seed and doesn't even like, I don't know, what is it? Shuck the seed? I don't know. Peel the seed? What's crack the seed? I don't know what the term is for that. But doesn't even do that and just sucks the flavor off and spits the whole thing out. Are you one of those? Then, like I've suggested to you before, maybe go to your local horse equine farm store and get yourself a damn salt lick. But then again, no, because you have edema, so I digress on that.
The barbecue sunflower seeds? That's really delicious.
I bet you she has that pot of baby caca under that TV tray for round two when the camera goes off.
So yes, at times, I'll probably bring you in my kitchen and cook and stuff like that when I feel up to it.
Oh, yay.
Otherwise, I'll have dinner with you once in a while. Sometimes vlogs, sometimes updates on my
Sure.
life and stuff
Okay.
like that. Right now I'm just...
What would be an update on your life? Like, literally, am I gonna lose my foot? What's my blood sugar today? 400? Like, I mean, what updates are you gonna give us, Chantal?
focusing on feeling better. The summer is just too dangerous, especially like diabetics. We dehydrate quicker. The sun.
I'm wondering. Excuse me. Is excuse me. Is this like she's more aggressively self-inducing the sickness in order to avoid doing activity that Salah wants to do in the heat right now? Is she purposely making herself sicker to avoid it all? I'm kind of questioning that. And then not only that, Chantal, if you want to travel, it's winter in other parts of the world. And since you're such a Dora the Explorer, there's other countries you could go to that are actually cooler right now. So that's not an excuse that it's hot and all that bullshit. So just stop.
It's brutal. It's like there was like in the Kuwait news. I don't know if this is true, but it's going to be over 53 degrees Celsius this coming.
I looked. It's going to be this week like in the 100 and teens. So like anywhere from like 111 to 115 this week. Big whoop. That's hot, but that's not that bad. And especially there where it's desert dry heat, it's the heat hits different when you're in a desert climate. I actually like the desert heat like that versus if you were like in Florida where it's humid as F. Where if it's 111, it feels like it's 3,000 degrees. It's different. But the desert heat, it's you could deal with that. I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying for me personally. I know Chantal can't because of all her comorbidities, let's just say. But yeah, shut up.
Already. It is the weekend. Oh my gosh. I'm losing track of time here. So, once in a while, I'll go out.
Sure. Get coffee?
And maybe we can do something, but...
What? Coffee?
I'm going to be doing a lot more in, like, the winter and, like, when we travel and stuff.
Where are you going to travel to?
It needs to get cooler for me to do anything. I need to be healthier. So, working on that. That's mostly what my focus is going to be. So, probably a lot of vlogs around the house.
Vlogs around the house, mind you. Her house is literally probably like, what? 25 feet by maybe 30 feet. So like how much vlogs around the house can you actually do, Chantal? Get out.
Creative somehow to keep you guys entertained. I don't know, but I just like talking with you guys too with live streams. I really love just talking to you guys, like just chilling and making each other laugh. I love to laugh. I like to be silly. I don't think that will change any.
I'm gonna say something about that. You actually do like to be silly. Back in the day, before this whole, let's just say 2-3 years ago, yeah, you were actually kind of funny because you would do stupid things and it was hilarious. Not so much now. Ever since you started this Kuwait part of your life, you've been just, the life has been sucked out of you, Chantal. You're not silly like you used to be. Literally, we can see it in your eyeballs. You like have dead eyes. So no, the silliness has been extracted from you.
Yeah, I don't care. I love being silly.
Sure.
Anyways, guys, no makeup today. It's either cook or be snatched. I can't
be snatched. So what are you saying? You're just accepting the corpse vibe, I guess you could say.
Both. I can't do.
Snatched. You've never been snatched in your life.
Anyway, I guess that's it
and
for
your
now.
snatch has never been snatched as well.
I hope you had something good to eat. This was really, really good. Like the gravy, like mixing with the mashed potatoes.
No.
I loved it.
No, thank you.
So yeah, and like traditional shepherd's pie is made with lamb. Cottage pie is made with beef. I think I've said that before. Anyways, you better be behaving. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
And excuse me. Anyways, Bizarro. She doesn't know how to cook. That looked horrifying. But yeah, so I guess, she's just going to continue on this goal to reaching super diabetes that will probably be documented in medical books. So congratulations, Chantal. Anyways, I'm sorry for my voice because I'm sick, as you guys know, and thank you for the well wishes once again. That's it for me, guys. So I'll see you when I see you. Bye.